Welcome back out again here to St. Joseph Christian for the boys game, as we like to thank our sponsors, BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Beeman, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Maysville, Osborne, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Penny John Auto Centers with locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany and the Albany Hy-Vee. Schultz of Albany and Dollar Messenger Auction Service, Northwest Cell. Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany and Mosaic Medical Center, Albany. The Legacy at East Fork Lodge in Albany. Hogue Lumber Company of Albany. American Insurance Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry. Army National Guard recruiter Sergeant First Class Clint Bain and Staff Sergeant Alan Schulte. The Albany School District, St. Joseph Christian School District, Albany Booster Club, City of Albany, Printer Renew Shopper located in Albany, and Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North located in Albany. So coming into tonight's game, Albany and St. Joseph Christian each come in with one win here in the GRC. Christian comes in at 1-3, Albany at 1-4. On the season, St. Joseph Christian is 9-6. Albany comes in with an even record of 5-5. And Mike, you know the Warriors and head coach Kurt Cox looking to come in here and get above that 500 mark here tonight, and also get their second win in the conference.
Yeah, and they've had some tough losses, and like Coach Cox has made the comment with some of their problems right before Christmas. They had their kids in quarantines. You're looking at 2 weeks of no practice, and talking to him earlier, he said, "Yeah, I don't know if our kids are ever going to be in condition this year."
Yeah,
because of all the time they've had to miss, and everything's just in drips and drabs along the way. And I think part of that too is just really hard to get into any kind of a rhythm. And let's face it, this division's tough this year.
Yes.
We knew that going in, that virtually anybody could win it. Well, with no disrespect meant to King City, but just with what they had last year, and coming back, I didn't think Micah Breckenridge as coach was going to make enough difference to where they would contend for the conference championship. But we really felt that with what everybody else had, that any one of those teams could really catch fire.
Well, and one of the teams that we thought was going to be one of the top teams in the conference, Worth County, they sit at 2-3 in the conference at the moment.
They're at 2-3 in the conference. I really thought, with North Andrew having McDaniel and Owen Graham back in the middle,
they were
they've won it they've won the division the last couple of years. And I thought until somebody knocks them off, they've got to be the favorite. But we really felt that other people were capable of doing that. Stanberry has fought the injury bug a little bit, and they've got a couple players that even though they're playing, they're still somewhat hobbled.
Yes.
And then
you've always got Pattonsburg that, with Zane Reed and Cameron Jones.
Yeah.
They can throw a couple in, and they're sitting right now at number 2 in the conference.
And the Warriors beat them earlier in the year.
Yes.
So, and one of the things with St. Joe Christian you look at tonight, though, Carson Bowman, 6'2" player, really good player. If you were at Albany last year, you didn't see much of him because he had some foul trouble. Landon Swavey the same way. Camden Lutz came in the game and gave them some good minutes. This is going to be a competitive team. I know they're right now they're sitting at 1-3 in the conference, but this is a very capable team, just not very deep.
Yes. We'll let you listen in here to the Dollars and Messner Auction Service starting lineups.
Number 2, Brett Williams. Number 3, Bryce Floyd. Number 4, Jerome Papa. Number 5, Taylor Cox. And number 10, Caden Hutchinson. The Warriors are coached by Curtis Cox. And now let's see the big Andy at home team celebrating number 0, running back, Sawyer Reed. Number 4, Brett Ford. Number 15, Taylor Carlson. Number 32, Carson Bowman.
So again, your Dollars and Messner Auction Service starting lineup. Remember, contact the winning team of Dollars and Messner Auction Service for all of your auctionees. Again, it's Landon Swavey, Brad Boyd, Caleb Carlson, Carson Bowman, and Camden Lutz for St. Joseph Christian. For Albany, it will be Brent Williams, Trice Floyd, Jordan Papa, Kemper Klein, and Caden Hutchinson. And as we prepare to tip off tonight's Shoats contest, don't forget to start off your morning or trip with a stop at Shoats in Albany. Tip-off will be won here by St. Joseph Christian. Driving in off the front iron, there's Carson Bowman. As the shot there from Lutz, no good from behind the arc. In transition is Williams. He can't get it to fall.
Good take, good look ahead from Trice Floyd. Williams just couldn't get the shot to go down.
And again, talk about not getting able to go down as Lutz, as coming in as Swavey, as he'll go in and kiss it off the glass for two. It's a 2-0 St. Joe Christian lead as we're 45 seconds here in the ball game. Over to the right wing here for Floyd, up top for Williams, left wing for Papa. Gets it into the baseline now for Hutchinson. Hutchinson had a big night on Tuesday where it was him and for Worth County. Against Worth County, he ended up, I believe it was with 37 points on the game on Tuesday.
Yeah, I think 34 maybe, but maybe 37. Yeah, right there, I thought we had Bob Austin pointed the wrong way. But this is a game that you're going to have to get up and box out. Warriors been kind of pushed under the basket. St. Joe Christian fairly physical early. I mean that in a good way.
Lutz drives in, little floater from the edge of the paint, sinks it.
Little token man pressure by the Lions.
Over to left wing here for Williams. He'll get it in the corner now for Hutchinson. He'll drive baseline, leaves it in the corner now for Floyd. Loses it, dribbles it away over to Williams, into the corner again for Hutchinson now. Spins in, can't get that to fall with the right hand. Gets this one to Swavey off the glass for two. And a quick Penny John on the center timeout can be taken by the Warriors. 6-0 St. Joe Christian leads as we're just 2 minutes into the ball game. Back with more in a moment on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
Welcome back out again to St. Joe Christian. It's a 6-0 Christian lead as we're just 2 minutes here into the start of the first quarter. And Mike, you kind of mentioned it there during that timeout. Warriors kind of looking a little sluggish coming off the bus here. As with it here is going to be Klein. Over now for Floyd, left wing.
They got switched off and got Bowman on Floyd.
And Floyd from three off the back iron. Rebound made by Papa. Back up to Floyd again from three. This time sinks it.
Yeah, and the Warriors really needed that. They've come out, got kind of pushed under the basket defensively on the offensive glass.
Bowman over to Lutz into the corner this time now for Carlson. Up top for Boyd.
Lutz kind of big, strong kid, kind of playing a little bully ball.
Bowman off the glass. Rebound made by by Floyd. Into the corner here for Papa. Drives baseline, but he's going to step out of bounds. And it'll be Christian basketball.
Well, he had Floyd in the corner. He had Hutchinson back out front. He just ran out of real estate to be able to get to the basket.
Swavey drives, has it stripped a little bit there by Hutchinson, goes right to Bowman. Now driving Lutz. He will be fouled. Will go to line to shoot 2.
Well, Christian played exactly the man-to-man defense the way you'd like to have it. You like to drive people to the baseline and make them, if you can, make them pick it up where they're behind the backboard, and that's exactly what happened to Papa. And
going up and knocking it in is Carson Bowman. And Mike, I just don't know if the Warriors have the height to be able to stop Bowman and Lutz tonight.
No, it's going to be a tough night for them, I'm afraid, unless they can get some things going here offensively.
Papa gets it into the corner here for Klein.
But
sends it out back for Floyd.
The other solution is stiffen up your defense.
And a foul will be called here. And I believe they're going to get Carlson. And they will. That'll be his first. Team's first as well. We saw in the first game that the officials let both teams kind of play it out as Papa misses the 3. Hutchinson leaves it off for Klein. He misses the first one, goes up again. This time we'll get the foul. Foul this time here against the Lions is going to go against Carson Bowman. Klein's first bounces out.
Really had his struggles at the free throw line this year.
Yes. Klein's second good. Boyd drives, leaves it off for Bowman inside the paint. Outside for Carlson from 3. Off the iron, rebound made by Hutchinson. Hutchinson takes it the whole way as he'll weave his way through the defenders off the glass for 2.
Well, and Coach Cox is imploring his team to get back on defense. That was a struggle for him early on.
Lutz a shot off the inside iron, then off of Floyd out of bounds.
Well, it's off Floyd, but I think Hutchinson knocked it out of his hands maybe. With the Warriors showing a little more aggressiveness and spirit in their defense here.
3.5 left to play in the first. Lutz from 3, short rebound. It almost made there by Hutchinson, but he'll be get fouled here by Bowman from behind.
And the difference is the box out was a little higher. 2 quick fouls for Bowman.
It's an 8-6 St. Joe Christian lead. 3:20 left to play in the first quarter. Floyd will bring it across here for the Warriors. Over to left wing for Hutchinson. Baseline for Papa. Sends it up top now for Williams. Left wing for Floyd. Papa from 3. Top of the key. Off the mark to the left.
A good look. Capable of hitting that shot.
Boyd drives baseline, and it's going to go out of bounds here off of Floyd. Checking in is going to be Eddie Lau as he'll check in here for Bowman. Trying to get it into Lutz, stolen away here by Klein. And he'll knock it off the back there of Lutz out of bounds.
Got the steal, went behind his back, throw it off of Lutz. A little bit of luck, but good hustle play.
.240 left to play in the first quarter. It's an 8-6 Christian lead. Klein with it up at the high post. Gets it out for Floyd on the wing. And it's going to go out of bounds here off of Brad Boyd.
I think Floyd was looking for a foul, but Floyd dribbled into it. Probably a good no call.
I think he might also get lucky that that one wasn't called off of him as well. Williams with it here in the corner. Gets it now for Floyd. Williams into the corner for Papa. Dribbles baseline off his foot out of bounds.
Lions, good defensive team. Ball in the corner, look for traps in the corner if the Warriors go there.
Boyd leaves it off here for Swavey. And foul will be called here on the drive, and it's going to go against Jordan Papa. That'll be his first. Papa will have his hands full tonight with the swift-moving Swavey, which I dare to say that 10 times fast.
I think I'll hold off on that.
Boyd leaves it off now for Carlson from 3. Sinks it. It's an 11-6 lead now. Pass intercepted by Carlson, then goes off of Swavey. Lau with it on the ground. He'll get it for Swavey, and it's a 3-on-1. Boyd goes off the glass for 2.
Yeah, a couple of bad plays back-to-back for the Warriors.
1:35 left to play here in the first quarter. It's a 13-6 St. Christian lead. Leaving it off for Klein, weak side block. Now back for Papa. Williams up for Floyd. Papa left wing, trying to bring it for Hutchinson. Almost stolen away there by Carlson. And a foul going to be called against Christian, and it's going to go against Lau. That'll be his first.
On the pass that was stolen that led to the last run out by St. Joe Christian, I'm not sure what Williams was going to do with it. If he caught it, he was still 1-on-3. Not a great decision.
Hutchinson will get it to Williams, right wing. Drives to the baseline. Now trying to send it back out for Klein. Goes up hard off the glass for 2.
And play through the contact. Good job of, maybe that gets him off and going offensively.
Carlson loses it, throws it up to Lau up at the top of the key. Underneath a minute left to play in the first quarter, 13-8, Christian with the lead. Boyd for Carlson, now leaves it over for Lutz left wing. Back up again for Swavey. 30 seconds left here in the quarter. Carlson loses it. Picked up by Lau, top of the key. And now Christian looks like they'll try and play for the final shot here of the quarter. And it's going to be tipped as it's picked up by Lutz in the backcourt with 13 seconds.
Look for them to get the ball back to Swavey or Carlson.
Stolen away here by Pop as they try to get it to Swavey. 5 seconds. Hutchinson, 3, 2. Floyd from 3. Short. It's a 13-8 lead in favor of Christian at the end of the first quarter. We're back with more in a moment on Albany TV.
Have you looked at Pettyjohn Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Pettyjohn Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helping smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
So I apologize. I have been saying a St. Joe Christian player's name wrong. It's Luau, Eddie Luau, number 11 here for St. Joseph Christian. So I apologize, Eddie. So as we get ready to start the second quarter of play, it will be Albany basketball. Floyd will walk it across. A 13-8 Christian lead. Gets it now for Klein up at the high post. Over now for Floyd. He'll drive baseline. Trying to leave it off for Hutchinson. Stolen away by Brad Boyd.
Right idea. Just got it right into the hands of the defender.
Luau from the baseline. No good. Rebound made by Klein. Floyd now will try and start up the offense as he'll get it to Williams. Inside to Klein. Goes back out for Williams. For Hutchinson. And he'll maneuver his way through the traffic and off the glass for two.
Well, we've said it a lot. He's a senior now, but he's one of the best I've seen at constantly getting to the basket and just navigate through little creases in the defense.
And now Lutz comes through as the Warrior defense slow to get back, and he'll put it off the glass for two. 15-10, St. Joe Christian lead. Back after this Petty John Auto Center timeout.
Schott's Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schott's has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schott's adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schott's Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
15-10 is the lead here in favor of St. Joseph Christian over the Warriors. That's Albany basketball following the Petty John Auto Center timeout.
Yeah, I think that focus of that timeout was all about getting back on defense and getting beaten down the floor. That's happened a couple of times in this game.
Klein with it up at the high post, drives, goes up off the glass for two.
Well, as much trouble as Lutz has given the Warriors at one end, I think he's going to have trouble guarding Kemper Klein in the high post. Klein that time just put the ball down the floor and went by him.
Carlson shot too hard. Rebound going to be fought over, and it will be St. Joe Christian basketball.
We've seen that play with where they hit the high post and have a screen down under the basket. And St. Joe Christian, well coached and clearly have scouted that play as they were ready for it and made the appropriate switch on that play.
Boyd sends it into the corner for Lutz. Backdoor cut, picked off and stolen away here by Klein. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And Hutchinson's able to keep it in play, but it'll be picked up here by Lutz. Carlson over to left wing for Luau. Leaves it now for Boyd. 15-12, Christian has the three-point lead. Luau now drives. Leaves it off for Lutz from three. And he'll sink it. Lutz drains one here from the right wing. Trying to pass out for Klein. Lutz comes away with the steal. Swavey sends it up now for Carlson. Luau gets it out here for Boyd. Up for Swavey. It's an 18-12 Christian lead. Swavey drives to the basket off the glass with his left hand.
Yeah, just kind of lulled the Warrior defense to sleep. They were expecting a handoff, and he just turned the corner with a burst of speed, made a basket out of it.
We're back after this next Petty John Auto Center timeout, taken by the Warriors in just a moment on Albany TV.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business, and that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today. Looking to sell some of your things? Give Rod Dollars, Leo Madison, or Leon Mester a call at Dollars and Mester Auction Service to set up an auction today. Call Rod at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Give Leon a call at 660-582-0258 or 660-726-3252 or give Leo a call at 660-868-0113. Check out their current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com.
And welcome back out again here to St. Joseph Christian, where it's a 20-12 St. Joe Christian lead now here over the Warriors following that full Petty John Auto Center timeout. Remember to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. Floyd will have it up at the top of the key. 4:40 still left to play here in this second quarter. Hutchinson goes up, can't get it to fall. Rebound made by Swavey.
Might have been partially blocked there. Warriors getting beat down the floor again.
Hutchinson able to put his hand in there, knocks it out of the hands of Carlson. But again, St. Joseph Christian just running all over this Albany Warrior team. Luau leaves it off here for Carlson. Over to the right wing for Boyd. Boyd right wing trying to bring it inside here for Lutz. Spins, goes up, can't get it to fall off the glass.
Stamper did a nice job of trying to wall him off.
And Carlson will get the tip out of bounds.
Official Chad Glenn didn't see it on this side, and I think Hutchinson may have talked the officials into that.
That was the correct call, though.
You think it was?
He came around and knocked it out from away from him from behind.
Okay.
I think Hutchinson was looking for maybe the reach there as he kind of held him a little bit. Klein with it at the free throw line, goes up off the glass for two.
Yeah, it's tough on Lutz right now, and just the help couldn't get there quick enough.
Boyd leaves it out for Carlson, left wing up top for Lutz. Swavey for Carlson.
Ooh.
Drains it from the top of the key.
That was deep, but like I said, there's no defense for them shooting in face. You got to challenge the shots.
Up to Hutchinson as they'll double team Hutchinson. Carlson comes away with it. Leaves it off now for Swavey, and he'll be fouled by Floyd.
Well, probably a good foul. That was going to be another layup again.
Mm-hmm. That'll be the first against Floyd, team's third. Carlson will inbounds. Gets it to Swavey, goes up, gets the bucket and the foul. And the foul will go against Jordan Papa. That'll be his second. Swavey's free throw off the mark to the left. 25-14, 3:10 left to play here in the second. It's an 11-point Christian lead. And a nice dish from Hutchinson to Papa on the weak side block for two.
Yeah, we're able to take advantage. Really, the Warriors have turned it over against some pretty token pressure.
Mm-hmm.
You just wonder what they're seeing, what they're thinking.
And now Williams comes away with it, goes up, and he'll knock it in.
Well, at that time, we talked about the Lions hustle, and Williams just out-hustled St. Joe Christian there for that layup. Went between three offensive players to pick up the loose ball.
Luau sends it over now for Lutz right wing. Trying to leave it off for Boyd. Up top for Swavey. Luau for Carlson. Drives baseline. Lutz spins it over to Boyd, right wing. Good. Leaves it for Swavey.
Good patience by the Lions.
Swavey shot short, gets the second chance opportunity, and will get fouled. And if this one goes against Papa, that'll be his third.
I think they got Hutchinson maybe.
They did get Hutchinson on that one, yes. That is just going to be his first. Team's fifth with 2:05 left to play here in the first half. 8-point Christian lead. Make it 9. Now an 8-point lead here for Christian, as Swavey has 9. As that one goes off the back iron, rebound will be made by Hutchinson.
And the Lions have been able to build this lead with Carson Bowman on the bench with 2 fouls.
Papa gets it here for Floyd. Over to Hutchinson. And tipped away out of bounds off the hands of Landon Swavey.
Well, he's drawing a double team whenever he puts the ball on the floor.
Papa will inbounds. Floyd over for Hutchinson. Up to Williams. Floyd from 3. Iron. Long rebound made here by Bowman. And tipped out of bounds off the hands of Hutchinson.
Well, so far, really the Warriors' most consistent offense has been to get the ball to
Kemper Klein.
Klein at the top of at the high post.
As Carlson's shot bounces out.
And see if he can take Lutz to the basket.
He'll get it here on the baseline, about loses it. Sends it out now for Williams. Up to Floyd. The Papa baseline. Klein goes up and under, waits for the defender to go up, and will be fouled. Will go to line to shoot 2. Foul will go against Caleb Carlson. That will be his 2nd. Team's 5th. Klein's free throw off back iron.
You know, they're not missed left or right so far. They're just long or a little short. Both of them just a little off the back iron.
55 seconds left here in the half. 26-18. Christian with the lead. Backdoor cut for Swavey. Back out in the corner from 3. Carlson no good. Rebound is going to be made by Christian. And they're going to call a foul here against Albany.
Well, Hutchinson had the jump, but Klein reached around and got caught for the reach.
And that'll be Klein's 2nd. Team 6th here with 43.9 left to play here in the quarter. Lutz up at the top of the key, gets it to Luau. For Swavey. Up top again here for Carlson. Underneath 30 seconds left here in the half. It's an 8-point Christian lead. And stolen away here by Hutchinson.
Good defense by Hutchinson.
Trying to take it himself off the glass for 2.
Now, really important possession for the Warriors here, not to give one away.
Swavey loses it, picked up here by Floyd. Needs to put up the shot quick. Can't get it to go. 26-20 is the lead here in favor of Christian as we start your Albany Hy-Vee halftime. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 Community Nurse Line. Plus, the My Mosaic Portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stayconnected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you.
Are you ready to get a head start on a successful future? Then call your local Army National Guard recruiter to gain job skills and leadership experience and get a head start in your civilian career. When you join the Army National Guard, you're joining a team with purpose and setting yourself up for success. Contact your local Army National Guard recruiter, Sergeant First Class Clint Bain in Gentry, DeKalb, Harrison, and Worth counties today. 660-868-0991. That's 660-868-0991.
Welcome back out again here to St. Joseph Christian. I'd like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you today's broadcast today here on Albany TV. BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Beeman, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Maysville, Osborne, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Centers with locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany and the Albany IV. Schultz of Albany and Dollars and Messner Auction Service, Northwest Cell, Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany, Mosaic Medical Center Albany. The Legacy at East Fork Lodge in Albany, Hogue Lumber Company of Albany, American Family Insurance Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry, Army National Guard Recruiter Sergeant First Class Clint Bain, and Staff Sergeant Alan Schulte. The Albany School District, the St. Joseph Christian School District, Albany Booster Club, City of Albany, Printer New Shopper located in Albany, and Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North located in Albany. Remember, your halftime tonight on Albany TV is brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. Taking a look here at the unofficial stats here from the first half for both teams, starting with St. Joseph Christian. They were shooting 11 for 24 from the field, 3 for 10 from behind the three-point arc, 1 for 3 from the free throw line, as they're shooting just about 46% from the field. Leading the way in scoring is Landon Swavey. He has 9 points, 7 points for Lutz, and then 6 points for Carlson, 2 points for Boyd, 2 points for Bowman. For Albany, they unofficially were shooting 9 for 19 from the field, 1 for 6 from the three-point arc, 1 for 4 from the free throw line, as they're shooting just about 47% from the field. Leading the way in scoring so far, Kemper Klein with 7 points, 6 points for Caden Hutchinson, 3 points for Trice Floyd, 2 points for Brett Williams, 2 points for Jordan Papa. But, Mike, as you kind of mentioned there a little bit, St. Joseph Christian was actually able to kind of extend their lead a little bit there until late there. Actually, they did extend it by a point there in that second quarter, but they did a little bit more at the end of the first quarter as well without Bowman out on the court, as he was in foul trouble with 2 fouls and didn't have to bring him back in as they continue to maintain that good lead.
I thought there were two main parts to this first half that's given Joe Christian the lead that they've got. And one of them was starting the game. It looked like the Warriors really weren't ready to go. They got beat down the floor a few times, and Christian got some easy baskets, kind of fought their way back into it, missed some opportunities, I thought, to draw even closer. And then in the second quarter, they had a little stretch where they just turned the ball over a bunch, and a couple of those turnovers led directly to St. Joe Christian baskets. And as a result, we have the 26-20 lead. I think if you're Albany, you've got to be encouraged. You're on the road against a good ball club. You're down 6. You're within striking distance. Maybe having a little trouble getting some things going offensively. Christian really doing a good job of doubling Caden Hutchinson whenever he gets the ball around the lane. And at the same time, if you've got to be a little bit nervous or you've got to be encouraged if you're St. Joe Christian, because you built your lead and maintained your lead with Carson Bowman on the bench for a good part of the first half with foul trouble.
And again, taking a look here at the fouls, nobody with 3 so far. Carlson and Bowman each have 2 for St. Joseph Christian. For Albany, Jordan Papa and Kemper Klein each have 2. We'll see how it did seem, even in that girls' game, officials were kind of letting them play a little bit more, letting them be kind of physical. And I see that a little bit here in this boys game as well.
Yeah, and you like to see it like
Yes.
that. I mean, nobody wants to see a free throw contest. They don't want to see a whistle every 15, 20 seconds. They don't want to see the touch fouls. And obviously you don't want to let it get out of hand either.
No.
But, I mean, if they're going to let you play, you've got to be able to play through some contact from time to time. And I really thought maybe the Warriors' best offensive move was to get the ball to Kemper Klein in the high post and let him take Camden Lutz to the basket. And so far, Lutz hasn't shown the ability to be able to guard him. Now,
Yes.
And I think you could also get the ball to him in the low post and do some damage. Now, one thing Christian's really good at, when that ball gets into the lane around the basket, there are going to be 3 and 4 people around the ball.
Yes.
And they're going to make you spit it back out, and you're going to have some looks. Now the catch is, can Brett Williams, Jordan Papa, Caden Hutchinson, Trice Floyd, can they hit some perimeter shots? And I think that's going to be a big factor. But I think Kemper Klein's maybe one of the places to look to go with the basketball at the offensive end.
We'll be back with more your Albany Hy-Vee halftime when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Hogue Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades. East Fork Lodge and Ranch in Albany specializes in hosting special events, whether large or small. The Legacy Event Center is the newest member of the East Fork family with 7,500 square feet of beautifully decorated event space, including a caterer's kitchen. The magnificent black and white staircase allows for the grandest of entrances, while the front veranda overlooking a small lake makes for a great place to relax and enjoy conversations with family and friends. The rustic elegance of the Legacy is the perfect backdrop to your special event. Email Jamie at eastforklodge.com for more information on the Legacy or East Fork Lodge.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small-town roots with a big-town feel. The Albany Booster Club is a group of supporters who come together to make a better experience for the students. They try to help the students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, longtime supporters of the Albany R3 School District, joining together for the better of the Albany students.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your sporting snack headquarters for all of your favorite sports. If you want to bring the smells of the games to your living room, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your sports snack favorites before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
And welcome back out again here to St. Joseph Christian as we get set here for the second half of play. Remember, your halftime tonight here on Albany TV was brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your shopping list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee. 26-20 is the score here in favor of St. Joseph Christian as we get ready to start second half action, and it will be Albany basketball, though, to start out the second half. And, Mike, it's been the kind of, as you said, kind of the tale of two of two stories there for both teams. St. Joe Christian has really got out to a big jump at the beginning of quarters. The Warriors really need to come out here to start out this second half and be ready to play and get after it here, and possibly only down 2 possessions here. It's still anybody's ball game. But if you let them start to pull away here at the start of the third quarter, you're going to continue to play catch-up the rest of the game.
Oh, yeah, and it's their ball coming out. Look for a set play coming out. We always talk about that. But it's almost like the Warriors were caught by surprise by their speed and their ability to get up and down the floor and their physicality. And, they recovered from it. Mm-hmm. They still find themselves down 6, but I always want to cash that by saying they did it with Bowman on the bench.
Yes.
And that's now he's back on the floor with 2 fouls. He's ready to roll. The Warriors need to be ready to come up with some answers for that.
They bring it into Klein at the high post, now over to Williams up at the top of the key, as they'll put Bowman here on Williams.
We tried to run the little fade to Trice Floyd, hit the high post and fade to the wing for a shot. Christian has that play pretty well smelled out.
As Floyd now bounces out to the right wing. And right now, you've got Bowman as well as Boyd sitting on Klein. As now Lutz will come back. Hutchinson over right wing for Floyd. Up top again for Hutchinson. Dribbles into the paint. And tipped a little bit there as Hutchinson comes away with it again. Can't get it to fall. And now knocked away there by Bowman. Picked up here by Floyd as they try to get it to Boyd. He'll leave it off for Klein. Goes up hard. Can't get it to go. Also trying to look like he might have been trying to pick up the foul there against Bowman.
Yeah, and it's a tough break because the Warriors have had 2 good looks in around the basket and could get either one of them to drop.
Lutz leaves this one off for Boyd as he finds his way in. Blocked there partially by Hutchinson.
And I thought had Boyd just gone straight to the basket, I think he did some things that allowed Hutchinson to get back into that play.
Mm-hmm. Floyd left wing, back up here again for Hutchinson. Leaves it off for Klein, waits for the defender to go up and then goes off the glass for 2.
Good patience that time. I thought he was going to do the same thing he did before, just go awfully quick. We saw that with Sierra Anthony. Sometimes just tries to go too quick around the basket, and it ends up just being too hard.
Lutz's pass that time for Bowman. A little high and sails out of bounds.
Hit one of the cheerleaders, but in fairness, she was open.
Exactly. Papa brings it across, sends it out for Hutchinson. Left wing for Williams. Into the corner now for Floyd. Back up for Hutchinson.
Run a little screen and roll action.
Hutchinson shot, drains it. Makes it a 2-point ball game, 26-24, with 5:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Lutz with it, left wing. Dribbles baseline, now leaves it out here for Swavey.
Good recovery from a tough start with first 2 possessions having layups, couldn't get them. Defense has gotten him back in it.
Lutz from 3, he'll nail it. And he'll make it again a 5-point ball game. Inbounds here for Floyd. Quickly up now for Klein. He'll pull it back for Floyd. 3 from the corner. A little too hard off the iron. And then Hutchinson goes up, gets the bucket and the foul against Bowman.
And Bowman's going to really want it because he kind of had this trouble when they came to Albany last year. He's going to start thinking this is a curse.
That's his 3rd. As again, Klein can't get the free throw to fall. Stays at a 3-point ball game. Lutz again from 3. And he'll nail another one. Back-to-back possessions, back-to-back threes for Lutz. Floyd up now for Jordan Popper, right wing here now for Hutchinson.
So the Warriors tried to make a run a little bit. 2 threes by Lutz restores that 6-point lead.
And now stolen away here by Boyd. Leaves it up for Swavey. Goes up. Can't get it to full. Rebound made by Hutchinson.
Now I expect to see Hutchinson go right to the basket.
And he is going to be fouled. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the foul this time is going to go against Lutz. That will be his first. Hutchinson able to make the first free throw. Timothy Papa will check in here for Brett Williams with 4:10 left to play here in the third quarter. 32-27. It's a 5-point lead here in favor of St. Joe Christian. And Hutchinson able to knock in the second. 32-28. Back down to a 4-point ball game. Carlson with the top of the key. He'll leave it now for Swavey.
Where's Lutz? That's the...
Bowman goes up hard. Can't get it to fall. Second chance opportunity. Muscles it in.
Yeah, and he just kind of backed Hutchinson down and then overpowered him down inside. Even though he missed that first shot, Hutchinson was caught underneath the basket.
Hutchinson from 3. Can't get it to fall. Klein with the rebound. Now Timothy Papa, right elbow, can't get it to go. And now Timothy Papa will pick up the foul. That'll be his first. Team's first as well. Swavey will walk it across here for the Lions. Carlson for Swavey, trying to bring it inside to Bowman, and a foul will be called here on the floor against Klein.
And Carlson's hit a couple of deep threes.
That'll be the third here against Klein, team second.
A little bit of 1-4 low.
Up top here for Boyd. He'll get it now for Carlson. Bowman loses it. Picked up here by Hutchinson. He'll take it himself with his right hand off the glass.
Good strong take, and Lutz was smart to lay off because I didn't think he had any kind of an angle to get a block. And stayed away from him and gave him the layup.
Just under 3 minutes left to play in the third. 34-30. St. Joe Christian leads here over Albany. Carlson goes up, and he will be fouled. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Just the question is, who do they get it on?
And it's going to go against Timothy Papa. That'll be his second.
Well, the Warriors just really kind of can't stand prosperity. They start to make a run back, and then they either give up a 3. Right now they give it a free throw line. Just can't get any closer there.
Yes.
Stay in that 6-point margin.
They had it down to 2 at one point. As second free throw goes in as well.
Kind of an unsung, underrated player here.
Yes. And he's got 8 points here so far quietly tonight.
Yeah. And really damaging ones. Had a couple of threes when Warriors are starting to make a little bit of a run.
Timothy Papa gets it now for Klein. Floyd in the corner, back to Klein, right wing. He'll take the shot with his foot on the line, off back iron. Jordan Papa with the rebound. Sends it back out for his brother Timothy from the corner from 3. Too long.
Yeah, it may not be best shot selection right away. I mean, just kind of got in the game. And
a jump ball that will be in favor here of St. Joe Christian with 2:04 left to play here in the third. As Cade Newman will now check in here for Timothy Papa. Carlson will inbounds here for Bowman. And a foul will be called here against Hutchinson. Hutchinson pleading his case, but we could hear the hand contact all the way up here. Actually, I take that back. They're not going to give that to Hutchinson. They're going to give that to Klein, and that's going to be his fourth.
Wow. And I didn't see that at all.
And I think Klein's trying to figure out if it was on him as well.
Well, I think Bob Austin got the wrong guy. That was Hutchinson that reached.
That was
across
Hutchinson
him.
that hit him, yes.
If he's saying he hit his arm going up.
Bowman able to make both free throws.
Yeah, if Bob takes a look at this, if he looks at any film or any replay, he'll see what they got. Now the Warriors just kind of need to be they need to convert, but they also need to buy some time with Klein on the bench here.
Foul goes against Swavey, his first, team's third. 1:43 left to play here in the third quarter. It's a 38-30 lead in favor of the Lions. Hutchinson goes up hard and will be fouled.
And now I think St. Joe Christian's turn to complain a little bit. I think they thought that was maybe some all ball.
That one will go here against Carlson. That's going to be his third. As Hutchinson is able to knock in the first.
Well, in talking to St. Joe Christian before the game, one of the concerns they had with their boys team was just not a lot of depth.
The second from Hutchinson rolls in as well.
Been pretty solid the last couple of games from the free throw line. I think he's been really good.
Carlson up now for Swavey. Back out to Carlson.
They may be doing the Warriors a favor by killing the clock a little bit.
Carlson at the free throw line, gives it off for Bowman. Back out again to Carlson. Right at about a minute left to play here in the third quarter, 38-32. St. Joe Christian with a 6-point lead.
Now, I don't think they're in the going for one range yet.
As Boyd now with it on the wing.
I think they see Quincy Stamper giving up some size to Lutz inside.
As Bowman leaves it short.
Hey, good series for the Warriors. Now probably they go for one here, try to buy some time for Kemper Klein, see if they can cut into this 6-point lead. Would guess they're going to get it back in the hands of either Hutchinson or Floyd.
Floyd up for Hutchinson with 9 seconds left. Spins out for Floyd. One shot off the mark, and ball tipped there by Boyd at the buzzer. It's 38-32 at the end of the third quarter. We're back with the fourth in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business, and that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany, or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today.
So the Warriors were able to keep it at 6 points throughout that third quarter, but now have to start out the fourth quarter without Kemper Klein, but they will start out with the basketball to start the fourth quarter.
You know, unless they get a really good look, you'd almost like to see him burn a little clock here. The optimum thing would be to burn some clock and score, cut it to 4, and then buy some time to get Klein back in the ball game.
Stamper from the elbow off the mark to the left. Lutz with it on the baseline. Gets it back out for Carlson. Bowman over now for Carlson again in the corner.
Well, they got Swavey over here by himself if they want him.
Brings it to the baseline now. Back out.
Stamper giving up a lot of size inside. But
Comes away with the steal,
comes
though.
away with the steal.
So now gets it to Floyd. Up for Hutchinson. Newman now Papa right wing, over to left wing now for Floyd.
Papa has wide open for that 3.
Hutchinson in the corner now, Floyd right wing. Gets it to Stamper on the elbow, this time off the front iron.
Well, he can't hit that shot.
And that time, Swavey can't get it to go. Lutz goes up, and he'll get the second shot opportunity to fall.
Tough way to go. Warriors just got shoved underneath.
40-32, it's an 8-point Christian lead. 6:10 left to play here in the fourth. Newman leaves it off for Papa, top of the key. Left wing for Hutchinson. Pass for Floyd is going to go out of bounds in the backcourt.
Well, Floyd was going to make a curl cut. Hutchinson expected him to step out for the ball, and just a miscommunication there.
Klein and Williams will both check back in here for Newman and Stamper. 6:06 left to play here in the fourth. And a timeout will be called here by St. Joseph Christian. We're back after this 30-second Petty John Auto Center timeout on Albany TV.
Looking to sell some of your things? Give Rod Dollars, Leo Madison, or Leon Mester a call at Dollars and Mester Auction Service to set up an auction today. Call Rod at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Give Leon a call at 660-582-0258 or 660-726-3252 or give Leo a call at 660-868-0113. Check out their current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com.
Welcome back out again here to St. Joseph Christian. It's a 40-32 ball game here with 6:06 left to play here in the fourth quarter.
Well,
it's an 8-point Christian lead.
And you wonder if Coach Neil Hook try to run a play at Kemper Klein, see what they can do to maybe get him out of the game. You can't do it over and over because the first thing, if you spend all your time trying to get somebody out of the game, then all of a sudden your offense is completely out of any kind of rhythm. But wouldn't be surprised to see him take a shot at it somewhere along the way. Yeah, there it is.
Lutz goes up and gets it to go in as he powers it in for 2.
Yeah,
it's a 10-point lead.
They really couldn't do anything except try to wall off. Try to wall off the posted Camden Lutz. Just goes arms straight up, couldn't really challenge the shot.
And now Carlson will pick up his 4th. So Luau will check in here for Carlson with 5:41 left to play in the fourth. Christian was able to get by without Bowman for all of the second quarter and a little bit of the first quarter. Now going to have to play without Bowman for a little bit here in the fourth. Klein up with it at the high post. Spins, puts up the shot, it bounces out.
You know that he's hit in and out off the back iron, and you almost think maybe just a little bit more of a little more arch, a little higher follow through, maybe help take some of that away.
Luau into the corner for Boyd. Bowman now gets it off for Swavey. Dribbles in and off the glass for two.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble time here for the Warriors.
They trail now by 12. As Klein goes up hard, can't get it to fall.
We're going to get a travel.
And a travel here against Bowman with 4:43 left to play here in the fourth quarter, 44-32. Christian with the lead. Gets it to Hutchinson. He'll bring it back up to the top of the key to start up the offense. Leaves it for Williams. He'll take it to the block and has it blocked away. Klein is able to pick it up and he'll knock it in off the glass. Klein now with 13 points here in the ball game. Bowman, right wing. Has it blocked a little bit there by Hutchinson. Coming in for the rebound is going to be Klein. Trying to bring it up to Papa. He's able to keep it. Leaves it for Klein trailing. Waits for the defenders. Goes up and will be fouled. Will go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, are they going to get that on Lutz or are they going to get that on
They're
Bowman?
going to get that one on Lutz. And that is going to be his second. Team 6 of the next one against Christian will put Albany at the line for the 1-and-1. Klein's first one off the front iron.
Now it's starting to become a little bit of a mental thing.
Mm-hmm. Here in the ball game, he is 1 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. As he hits the 7th.
Nothing wrong with the form on those shots.
Luau sends it in the corner here for Swavey. Brings it into Lutz. Off the glass for two.
Lutz had a big ball game.
19 points so far here in the ball game for Lutz. His highest scoring ball game of the season was 23 points against Rockport back on the 13th of January. Floyd left elbow fading away. Can't get it to fall. Lutz with the rebound. 46-35, 3:20 left to play here in the ball game. Boyd with the basketball. Knocked away there by Floyd. Picked up by Papa. Klein brings it across.
Good defense by Trice Floyd.
Williams with it left wing. Into the corner for Papa. Now leaves it off for Klein at the high post. Back again to Papa. Williams for Hutchinson. He'll take the shot from the left elbow. Can't get it to fall.
Well, in essence, let's call it like it is. The Lions aren't really even guarding Papa or Williams. And the others are trying to play 5-on-3.
Luau with it in the corner. Trying to send it to Bowman. Picked up by Swavey. Comes back out again to Bowman. And a foul. No, they're going to call that one out of bounds on a block made by Hutchinson. And I'm pretty certain that one was another foul that should have been given to Caden Hutchinson. Boyd with it in the corner. And now Floyd will get the reaching foul.
Not the worst move. I mean, you got a couple fouls you got to give to get them in the 1-and-1 if that's what you want to do. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go. It's only Floyd's second foul. Probably not a bad foul.
Carlson with it up at the top of the key. Brings it to Lutz.
We're going to burn a little clock here.
And now Williams will pick up that'll be his first. And now both teams will be in the bonus after the next foul. Carlson with it with 2:07.
Might have a clock issue.
Yeah, I don't believe they got the clock started right away. Let a little bit of time run off the clock there. Right now we're at 2:03. I believe they're trying to, I think they will keep it at 2:03 here. So inbounds here for Lutz. He'll get it off now for Bowman. Carlson for Swavey. Into the corner again for Bowman. Back up to Swavey.
Warriors got to get up and get in the passing lanes, which
and they're going to say
he stepped
that
out
Carlson
of bounds.
stepped out of bounds there on the far sideline next to the Lion bench. So Floyd will bring it across with 1:35 left to play in the fourth. His team trailing by 11. Floyd picks it up as it got tipped into the backcourt. Tipped again as Swavey comes away with it, and Floyd will pick up the foul here on the floor. Swavey will go to the line for the 1-and-1. Williams will check out. Newman will check in.
We'll get Cade Newman in.
A little bit better three-point shooter.
Yep, a little bit more of a three-point threat, scoring threat.
Swavey is able to make the first free throw.
Yeah, tough right now for the Warriors. Down 12.
1:26 still left to play here in the fourth. Swavey's second off the front iron. Klein comes away with the rebound. Hutchinson brings it across. Dribbles in, puts up the shot, can't get it to fall. And then Papa will come down hard with the rebound and the foul. As the foul goes against Carlson, and I believe that will be the end of his night. And it will. So Carlson fouls out. Luau will check in. 1:13 left to play.
I believe we've only seen 6 Lions in this game, but of their starters, 4 of them were juniors.
Papa hits the first.
So they've got a pretty good nucleus coming back. They'll lose Swavey.
They'll also lose their 6-man Luau as well, as Papa's able to hit the second. Boyd brings it across. Gets it to Luau. Into the corner for Bowman. And the Warriors are going to have to start to foul. Minute left. Floyd will pick up the foul here on Brad Boyd, and Floyd and Boyd will both hug it out a little bit there as Floyd picks up the foul. And they're calling it intentional.
Well, he grabbed him, pretty much grabbed him around the neck.
Well, you know, Trice, Floyd was a all-conference defensive back, or all-conference linebacker for the Warriors.
I don't think he's too enamored of the call, but can't grab a guy around the neck either.
So Boyd will make both free throws, and St. Joseph Christian will keep the ball here. And it's a full Petty John Auto Center timeout taken by the Warriors. Back with more in a moment on Albany TV.
As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic Portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stay connected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you.
Pettyjohn Auto Center in Bethany and Albany is a proud sponsor of Albany TV. Pettyjohn's is your local Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. For new and used vehicles, certified service, and collision center, visit pettyjohnauto.com.
So following that Petty John Auto Center timeout, the Warriors will make some substitutions. They'll bring in Quincy Stamper, Emerson, Timothy Papa, and Cade Newman to play here with Kemper Klein starters and Luau will stay out of the floor here for St. Joseph Christian, minus Carlson, who fouled out. So Boyd will inbounds.
And you almost think Christian probably just run the clock down now, or I would assume.
Boyd with it up at the top of the key. Trying to get it to Bowman, almost stolen away there by Klein. Bowman dribbles in, leaves it off for Lutz. Goes up off the glass for two. Lutz here with 21 points here in the ball game. Again, his season high, 23. Timothy Pop on the baseline for Newman. Up now for Klein. He'll dribble in. Goes up off the glass for two. 51-39, 16 seconds left to play here in the ball game. And I believe it's going to be a 12-point victory tonight here for Christian, as they will pick up their second victory here in the GRC West. Albany will fall to 1-5 in the conference and 5-6 on the season. We're back with your Papa's Player of the Game and your BTC Bank postgame when we come back in a moment here on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank School Mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family-friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert, because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
And welcome back out again here to St. Joseph Christian, where it's a final score of 51-39 tonight in favor of the St. Joseph Christian Lions over the Albany Warriors. Taking a look here at the unofficial stats from the ball game. St. Joseph Christian finishes 19 for 40 from the field, 5 for 12 from the three-point arc, 8 for 11 from the free throw line. Led in scoring by Camden Lutz. He had 21 points, 12 points for Landon Swaby, 8 points for Carlson, 6 points for Bowman, 4 points on the night for Boyd. For Albany unofficially, they finished 15 for 40 from the field, 1 for 10 from the three-point arc, 8 for 13 from the free throw line. Led in scoring tonight by Kemper Klein with 16 points. Caden Hutchinson had 14, 4 points for Jordan Papa, 3 points for Trice Floyd, 2 points on the night for Brett Williams. And Mike, tonight our Papa's Player of the Game. Tonight's Papa's Player of the Game is sponsored by Papa's Family Restaurant. Papa's Family Restaurant, your home for a delicious meal with a great price and an even better atmosphere. And Mike, today's Player of the Game is going to be Kemper Klein.
Yep, I think could have made a good case for Caden Hutchinson. He draws a crowd whenever he puts the ball on the floor, tries to get to the basket, and I really thought their best offense tonight was getting the ball to Kemper Klein in the high post or low post and letting him go to work, and he'd had a big night if the free throws continue to bug him, but I really right now I just think it's kind of a mental thing. I don't see anything wrong in his release or anything else. He's long or short. I've always had people say as long as you're straight, you're okay, but I have no doubt that he'll get that ironed out and be the free throw shooter that he was that we saw most of last year. And so congratulations to him. Tough loss for the Warriors, and played a good ball club on the road. Battled, were competitive, had a chance, and just got away from them a little bit in the fourth quarter. And congratulations to Christian on their win.
I'd like to thank our sponsors. I'll be bringing you today's broadcast. BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Beeman, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Maysville, Osborne, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Centers with locations in Albany and Bethany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, the Albany Hy-Vee, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, Schultz of Albany, Dollars the Messenger Auction Service, Northwest Cell, Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany, and Mosaic Medical Center Albany. The Legacy at East Fork Lodge in Albany, Hogue Lumber Company of Albany, American Family Insurance Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry, Army National Guard Recruiter Sergeant First Class Clint Bain and Staff Sergeant Alan Schulte. The Albany School District Joseph School District, Albany Booster Club, City of Albany, Printer New Shopper located in Albany, and Winter Circle Trophies and Awards North located in Albany. Again, for myself, Jared Rolvis, Mike Atkins, Jess Rolvis running the camera tonight. So long, good night tonight from St. Joseph. We'll be back in action for you tomorrow. It's an afternoon game as the Warriors will take on West Nottoway. It's a 3 o'clock tip-off. We'll start pregame for you about 2:45 here on Albany TV. So long and good night.